Okay, Corn, I'm gonna give you guys a pep talk because I love pep talks and I need y'all to grow again this year. But I need you to grow a lot better because we all know about last year's jacked up corn fiasco. And welcome to my disaster. So this year we're gonna do a lot better and I've improved a lot more and I have a few tricks up my sleeve to get better quality corn and I'm gonna show you guys how. Let's go. What's going on, my plant peoples? I'm the ADHD gardener where I use gardening, houseplants, and humor as a form of mental health therapy. That's my boy Chip over there. And if you've seen that last corn video that I did last year on how to grow corn or corn mistakes, Chip over here is in the video and he's one of my problems. So the first thing I've done is actually fence in again my corn. I needed to fence it in further from this dog because you know what? He don't give me no damn boundaries. He don't know what boundaries is. As you see here, he's laying on the cornfield that I told him he's not supposed to be on. He's so cute. He's laying on my corn. But I did fence in this whole corn area even further. So technically, he's only here because I'm here and I allowed him to be in here. Now last year my corn was over here, but due to, crop rotation, it is actually over here this time. Now this area was purely open, so I actually put up a fence because this dog keeps cutting through where he's not supposed to, as you can see. So putting up this additional fence around my corn will actually prevent this dog from stepping all up in there. Chip respects a lot of these fences, so this fence does not have to be all, jail-proof or anything like that. It just has to be something that will just kind of guide him away from my cornfield. The other side is open, so I can get around it, and actually he has not been inside of it. This was the area that he kind of got in the most. Obviously, I did not fence in the end of that potato field. Chip, what are you doing? Get out. Get out of there. Oh, he's stepping on the potatoes. Another thing that I did that my dad kept mentioning to me was something about the double row. Now, what I'm assuming what the double row was actually having two rows of corn right next to each other. So I'm assuming that they can offer some sort of pollination. Ideally, I'm sure if my dad was here, he would say, "You need more space, man. How are you gonna walk through your corn?" Well, you know what? I didn't do it. But
I cannot overcrowd like you're doing. I did some research and I know for a fact that you need spacing. Rows got to be at least 30 inches wide, 3 feet, preferably.
Okay, I totally don't have that.
You know anybody that don't have that?
Me.
That would be you, yes.
All right, Dad, so you have a point on this one. This row is too small. This one's a lot better, though. This one's a lot wider. See, look, that one's easy. So the walkway does offer some help because in case I need to go through the cornfield to spray for, spray BT or get rid of those little worms that we get on the corn, I can have the space to get through. Another thing that I did is I actually planted them 6 inches apart. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily a wise idea. However, I did it and this is what is going to happen. Now, with the whole double row thing, that's when I think my dad mentioned the 6 to 8 inches apart in between, which is why these are the 2 rows and they're planted relatively close to each other. He only got 3 rows of corn going.
45 plants.
45 plants.
30 inches apart.
So there's only 3 rows. 1, 2, and 3.
8 inches here and 30 inches between.
Having the double row and having the corn planted, within 6 to 8 inches apart, this is actually going to ensure pollination of your corn. But, 6 inches could be a little too close. I would want to say at least 8 inches, but did I follow my own advice? Sometimes. Look, this is a good distance apart, but yet this is not a good distance apart. So I kind of did a little bit of both. Good separation, not good separation. I have yet to figure out about that squirrel problem, but I got another solution for that too. And that's actually a scarecrow. Now, of course, my scarecrow is not the best because I just got that from Walmart. Come on now, do your job. But you can actually just build your own scarecrow using a lot of adult clothing. Check out my dad's scarecrow. Isn't that cool? He's got his own hat, his own t-shirt on there, and it actually looks pretty good. Now, is it effective? I don't know. Let's ask the man. That's a ghetto scarecrow.
Yeah, it is a ghetto scarecrow. Stuffed it with hay. I found an old pair of sweatpants, and I had it's a nice cotton shirt. So I sacrificed that. Plus, it's very bright. And you see it's got my landscaping hat.
It does.
One of them, yes, because I want them to think it's me. But the best scarecrow of all,
Is what?
it's me.
Yeah.
Get up early, go to bed late.
Now,
Anything that moves out there.
okay, so but did the scarecrow actually scare away some birds or no?
I think
Or
it's doing a
squirrels?
good job. What I do is about every week I move it from different places. I don't leave it in one spot. I move it around, make them think it's probably me out there.
Ah, got
You
you.
know?
All right.
But I see birds out there, and I let them alone because a lot of times I see them pecking. They could be having, they could be eating insects for all I know.
That's true.
I don't see them pecking at the beans.
Not yet. You know what? They're not. It's the squirrels I worry about.
Squirrels,
It's the squirrels
is okay.
I worry
I'm
about.
the best scarecrow for the squirrels. I know when they come, and I see them climbing across the pole, and I just either slide my window open and I go make some noise and they run.
Okay. You're gonna notice that squirrels can be quite destructive in a cornfield. If you see my last video, I haven't found anything that slows down the squirrels. I've had a scarecrow. I got the dogs back here, 2 of the dogs back here, and still, you cannot slow down the damn squirrels. Basically, I have a buffet for the animals for free because apparently I can't stop them trying to grow organically. Then you know that I've been fighting with squirrels. But not only do I have my ghetto ass scarecrow, I'm going to be using a different tactic this year along with my scarecrow. And that is actually putting up a squirrel netting. It could be considered a squirrel netting or bird netting. Whichever one, I think they both can be used pretty good. Especially if you get the bird netting, you can get rid of the birds and the squirrels. So I think maybe go with the bird netting. I'm gonna be putting 2 posts in the front, 2 posts in the back, and maybe 1 in the center. Just enough where I can cover the top of my corn, basically like a huge net. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do to cover and protect my corn from these squirrels. Because I know that I can't get rid of all these trees, so I gotta do something to, kind of protect my corn. Now, when it comes to sowing your corn seed, now remember in the last video of the corn mistakes that I did, that it was not sown in the ground deep enough? The first problem was I did not sow my seeds deep enough into the ground. As you can see here, a lot of the corn got toppled over and gusted over by the wind because we had like a few days of really heavy rain. So that wind and rain just knocked over all of my corn, well, at least in the center part. Remember to plant the corn a lot deeper. I mean, I'm talking 2-3 inches maybe, because woof, if you've seen that mistake, if you get a bad gust of wind or a bad rainstorm, all of your corn will get knocked over. Once again, Dad came through clutch and gave me a great idea to save my back some time when it comes to planting corn. An inch PVC pipe, but it doesn't really matter. As long as the corn can fit inside of the tube and then drop down, you're good to go. This simple trick is such a back saver, especially if you have back pain and you really want to kind of reduce the amount of bending down that you do. Bam, this is a great idea. Now, in case you may see that I actually have some corn seedlings growing, but I don't have any corn seedlings popping up out of the ground just yet, just maybe in these little ones because I transplanted them from over there to here. Now, the reason why I don't have any corn seeds planted just yet is because I want to have consecutive corn growth. So if I have all of my corn seeds planted at the same exact time, then all of my harvest will be at the same exact time. And then I won't have any more for the weeks to come. So that's why I planted that first. I'm going to give that at least another week or 2, and then I will plant that again. So when that corn is eaten up, I'll still have some left over. Remember, corn are heavy feeders. So not only are they going to suck the crap out of all the nutrients out of that soil, but they really want a lot of water. So this irrigation is really going to ensure that they're getting consistent amount of watering. It's been about at least 3 weeks and is looking pretty darn good. Already, the beginning section of where I was planting, a little later than the other side is actually starting to pop up. But what I actually started doing, aside from just having it in the ground, I wound up planting some corn in buckets and containers. Growing veggies in containers is a lifesaver for those who have small or limited space. Oh, dude, can you back up? Back up, homie, back up, back up. Now you see this container right here. Now this one my boyfriend did not need, so I took it from Jose and I actually planted some corn in here. I wanted to know if you only had a container to grow some corn, could it grow? So I guess we're gonna find out, and look already. I see corn. That's you. Look how cute you are. Look how cute. I really hope this corn grows. I mean, I know it's gonna grow, obviously, for all the amount of years I've been growing corn, but I'm actually trying to get a good amount of yield of corn with no corn falling over and having no dog step right all up on it and having no drought. So, improvements. I really hope you enjoyed this video and you got a lot of information out of this corn thing again. Hopefully we're gonna be doing a lot better. I know I'm gonna be doing a lot better, but I guess we shall see. But I got a feeling this is gonna work out this time. I know it's a trial and error, but guess what? We're learning and it's a learning experience, and I'm hoping that this dog does not cramp my corn style this year. If you did enjoy this video and you wanna show me some love, then don't forget to smash that like button. I really appreciate it. Smack a paw. You're laying on my corn. And last but not least, you can catch me on Facebook and Instagram. I'm on there all the time. You can drop me a message. I drop some funny memes, a little behind the scenes of my videos, and every now and then a gal's got to vent. So until the next episode, you guys, where you and me both are gonna be growing our happiness one plant at a time, one day at a time. I'll check y'all in the next episode. Peace and love.